Ready.
Welcome. Friday, end of July.
Yeah.
Been a foggy July.
It's exciting. I can't believe it's almost August.
I know.
Already.
Kids go back to school next week.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah, Dorothy's going back right in person. That's awesome.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's really excited. Yeah.
That's fantastic,
Yeah.
buddy.
Rocket's excited too.
Rocket is excited. Rocket.
Good.
She got her. They did the sign up and their schedule on Wednesday, and got her new little sweatshirt that says "Rarig" on the back.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty excited. So welcome back to school.
Yep.
Speaking of schools, in our goal of communicating well with the public, I had a great meeting with Dr. Knight this week. He's the superintendent for CUSD, and to discuss school safety. As we said last week, Mr. Swanson, even though we live in Pacific Grove and our children go to Pacific Grove high schools, the CUSD school children are ours as well.
Sure.
And we're very concerned about their safety. And Dr. Knight was very appreciative. I spoke with Chief Ward this week. We're going to continue to follow up on opportunities to ensure that the schools surrounding the village, even though we don't have one inside the village, are protected, and that our first responders understand layouts and can provide any safety tips and some other things. So thank you, Chief Ward. Thank you, Dr. Knight. We'll continue that partnership. Number two, we do have the Carmel Chamber membership luncheon today. You'll be there. I'll be there.
Yep.
I'm going to try not to be too glib in my remarks.
Oh, you'll do great.
But yeah, today at 11:30, Spanish Bay, about 200 people, inviting some of our colleagues and several of our council members. So see you there. It's always a good touch base with the state of the city. Mayor Potter will introduce and talk for a bit, and then I will as well. And then the City Council next week. On Monday, we've got closed session, traditional closed session. On Tuesday, we have 2 Mills Act contracts and a discussion about the pumpkin roll, and third Thursday, alcohol service in the right-of-way. Council direction on that, please. Presentations, including introducing all new staff, the 25 staff members, or however many are here, on a Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully all of them. And also recognition proclamation honoring Doug and Jeannie Friedman for hosting Concourse on the Avenue for 13 years. So Car Week's coming up fast, no pun intended.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what I got, buddy.
That's what you got? Well, I just want to tee off for a second about what you said. You know, you and I were talking earlier this week or last week, I don't remember, but it does feel like all of us that work here at the city, we have like 2 hometowns. You know, you and I live in Pacific Grove, and we cherish Pacific Grove, but we spend a lot of time here too, and feel like this is our second hometown. So, you know, we do take that stuff, the kids and, you know, protection of the community, just like we live here.
100%.
So it's, you know, we really do look at this as our second home.
And all our employees do as well.
Everybody. I think that's the benefit of working in a local government, is you kind of get 2 hometowns out of the deal. So anyway,
nice.
Pontificating or waxing a little bit there. But anyway, I want to let people know our online survey for the Design Traditions project ends next Tuesday, 5 p.m. This is a online survey that builds off of our community workshops that we had. You know, some people don't like surveys, and I get that, because they're not, you know, it's not that scientific. You know, even no matter how good a survey is, it's not science. But is it real data? Yes. And it's a small part of a bigger set of data that we're using to inform the Design Traditions project. So we do want people to get involved in that. As of today, we've got 240 responses.
Wow,
so that's
fantastic.
Great. Next steps, what we'll be doing is we'll be having our second community workshop in late August or early September to go over the project direction. That's what my team and the Winter and Company team are working on right now, is taking that information from all those sources, putting it together and say, here, community, this is what we heard you say needs to happen. And so we're not drafting anything yet. There's no drafts of the design guidelines.
Sure.
We want to go slow, and we want to make sure that we hear what people are saying. So we'll come back with that direction for the community at a workshop, the Planning Commission, and the City Council. So this is the stage when those hearing bodies will start getting involved. So we'll be back late August, early September.
Great.
Sharing that direction with everybody. So
Good
really
update.
excited about the next step there. Other regulatory things on the horizon, our wireless ordinance will be going in September to the Planning Commission. That'll be a full draft. We're going to get that out early, at the very least 2 weeks early, but probably more than that, probably 3 or 4 weeks. But we're at least going to get it out 2 weeks ahead of time. So I know we'll have a lot of good participation with that, which we love. And then at the next Planning Commission, August 10th, another big ticket item, the Orica Plaza project, which is down on the corner of 5th and Dolores. That'll be on there. It's just a concept hearing only, no decisions being made. We again want everyone to come out and take a look. The plans are up on our planning website. If you can't find them there, just reach out to me, reach out to somebody here, and we'll get you hooked up with them so you can see them.
And I think you have told me that an element of that will be eventually a construction vehicle parking management plan.
That's right. Yeah, that project is large enough, and we're actually going to start requiring construction management plans on many more projects. But that project, for sure, will have a very specific construction management plan where the vehicles are parked, where materials are stored, hours of operation, all that good stuff, so that we lower the impact as much as possible. Construction has impacts. That's just how it is. But you can do things to make them less. And so we'll make sure that happens.
Mitigate the impacts. Well done. Well
That's
done.
right.
Thank you, Brandon.
And then a quiz for you, because I know you love these quizzes now.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a permit to have a short-term rental in the city of Carmel-by-the-Sea, what is the minimum number of days that you can rent a property for?
30.
Correct. Man, you are so good at these quizzes. So good. That's 100% correct, Chip. Yeah, short-term rentals. This is something that everyone is really passionate about one way or the other. I just want to let folks know that we are actively looking for short-term rentals. We have a system that we use called Host Compliance, which shows us data from all of the websites that advertise short-term rentals. We are taking action. We have been taking action, including fines when we can't get people to comply with us. We always start with compliance. We call it code compliance for a reason, trying to educate and get people to comply. But if they don't listen, we have other tools at our disposal, and we do use those. And as I've mentioned a couple times, we're very excited to have 2 code compliance coordinators now. So that just it strengthens our ability to take care of these short-term rentals. So if you think there's a short-term rental somewhere, feel free to reach out to us. We probably know about it and probably are working on it. Those are all code compliance cases, so we're not advertising them out there because they're open cases. We are actively working on these. I think I shared with you this morning, last year, for the entire year, we only had about a dozen short-term rental cases. Already this year, to date, we have about 20. So it has increased on this year. So, when people feel like that's the case, it's true. We are working on it. So I just wanted to let folks know that we're on that.
Right on.
All right. And that's what I have.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Great update.
Yep. Good luck at your speech today. I'm sure you're going to do great.
Thank you. Should be amusing. And take good care.